FormaShelter. There are more than 65 million refugees and asylum seekers on Earth at this moment, nearly 1% of the global population. In 2016, more than 30,000 people a day were forced to flee their homes because of conflict and persecution. Of those refugees, only a fraction of a percent are resettled each year, and the situation continues to deteriorate. For these, the most vulnerable of us, the desire for safe shelter becomes more than a desire. It is a critical need. The current solution is called a tunnel tent. At $600 each, they last for about 6 months and slowly decay as the structure gives way to the elements, until all that's left is a tarp pulled over weaved sticks. There are quite a few examples of this. Oddly enough, these simple domed improvisations fare better than their barreled predecessors, the seemingly natural solution to a timed-out tunnel tent. Refugee housing is an increasingly high-profile problem in this political climate. IKEA, the Swiss company famous for its distribution strategies and practical designs, put forward Better Shelter early last year. It won Design of the Year in 2016. New York's MoMA added it to their permanent collection. It is this year's design superstar, and it's backed up by a global company that is a dominant force in distribution. What could go wrong? For its part, the Better Shelter costs $1,250 and has 68 unique parts, taking between 16 and 32 man-hours to construct. To put it bluntly, it is doomed to the curse of dimensionality. With more than 30,000 new refugees every day, constructing the 6,000 Better Shelters needed to house them would cost 150,000 man-hours and $7.5 million every day. These two most critical variables, cost and time, both are functions of complexity. What can be done? FormaShelter is a one-piece, ultralight, instantly usable shell form that can be made and delivered in mass quantities using nested packaging. At roughly $400 each, they are 30% cheaper than their cloth cousins and 300% cheaper than IKEA's flat pack solution. The efficient dome shape occupies the same floor area as the tunnel tent and Better Shelter, but increases interior floor space by 30%. FormaShelter is rot-proof, weighs less, and takes less time to set up than any other rigid structure shelter. It is optimized for shipping, and 900 shelters can fit in a single shipping container. Despite its ultra-light weight, the rigid dome shape sheds wind and stays put. With no joints, frames, or parts to speak of, FormaShelters are the safest, strongest, and most sanitary option. They are 100% intuitive and require no instructions to use. Just separate them, set them down, close the door, and you're safe. FormaShelter.